This slightly rustic little girl came to the new class with fear, but was grabbed by a classmate in the class. They dragged the girl to the corner of the wall, and then wrapped her skirt up a few times. Next, they brought Saya into the restroom, make him look good with an electric splint, using eyelash curlers to make him look more beautiful. This is Saya's first time making friends in his life. But although they are very happy together, but things related to learning are not touched at all, of course, was assigned to the worst class in high school. The teacher talks about the teachers, they play with them during the day, and they put on makeup in the classroom, skip class when bored and take photos of big stickers, go to the bar and dance at night. The four sisters thought they could live a carefree life, but their beautiful fantasies suddenly came to an end in their sophomore year. But I discovered the beauty of Saya. This is a threat. Name your accomplice. Otherwise, let him drop out of school and go home. But Saya insists on smoking alone, so they called Shay's mother. Saya was thus punished with an indefinite suspension of school, so he lost the opportunity to go straight to college. Yes, their school can directly attend university. To express dissatisfaction with the principal, Saya has dyed a head of yellow hair. Mom can't bear her daughter to give up on herself. In order for Saya to attend university, I showed him a flyer for a tutoring class. To slap the principal and teacher in the face, Saya decided to give it a try at the cram school. Teacher Hirota looks ordinary, but he has a strange teaching philosophy. He only gives tutoring to those who have been punished. What kind of bad student? He has seen it all before. But when he first saw Saya, still stunned by this trendy girl, but he doesn't think there's a problem with Saya's outfit. I actually think it's very suitable. Also asking him for advice on current trends. I also made yogurt repairs for a lot of goods. After greeting, Hirota took out a test paper. The first step in tutoring is to test one's education level. Soon, Saya looked at the odd egg on the test paper, showing a proud smile. He translated long into a long sentence. Cerebral headache. Treating the Crown Prince of Saint Germain as a Saint Germain fat man. I can't even find the car. Damn it. Joda has eyes on him. Hirota estimated that he only has a 4th grade education in elementary school. But to restore his confidence, Hirota kept praising and encouraging him. Next is setting goals. Saya felt like he couldn't get into college like this, but Hirota was still very enthusiastic and took out his volunteer form. Saya thinks and thinks. Finally, it was decided to enter Qingyin University, equivalent to the top 985 universities in China. After returning home, he told his mother, "My own goals." Mom was so happy that she thought she had heard the wrong thing. Saya told his sisters. They all think it's definitely not possible, and his father looked down upon this slutty daughter even more. He thought this tutoring class was just a scam. It means you won't pay a penny. He devoted all his money to his son playing baseball. To fulfill one's unfulfilled dreams, he never cared about his 2 daughters. I only care if my son plays baseball well or not. But at this moment, my mother expressed, "Since you're not paying, I'll take out my own salary. Just let Saya tutoring." But my father said. This sentence completely pierced Saya's heart. He made up his mind. Make this stinky old man realize his mistake. This scumbag is the first to go to the study room every day, just to prove to my father that I'm not a waste of wood. He still goes out to play with his friends. But whenever there is free time, he took out his books and started learning. I don't believe it. Letter. This kind of life lasted until the end of summer vacation, because he cannot disappoint his hard-earned friendship, and what mothers and teachers expect of themselves. Finally, on the day before the start of school, he has completed all his junior high school English studies, and I got a perfect score. This is the result of his hard work. Just as Saya was celebrating with joy, the teacher explained why he had set such a unique teaching philosophy. Turns out he used to be a poor student, not fond of going to school, always causing trouble. So the most clear thing is that they are looked down upon by people. Desire to prove one's feelings. Therefore, this tutoring class was established. But when Hirota was speaking with great enthusiasm, Saya had already fallen asleep. After Shay's suspension, he returned to school, but he slept in class again. The homeroom teacher really can't bear it, shouting again and going home without wanting to study. But at this point, Saya and his team were invited to Kyoto University. Facing the humiliation of the teacher, Saya walked directly to the podium. I know I attended the class. Hey, I bring American. The following days, Saya works harder. Even the hallway walls are covered with notes. Watching news every day. Write attentively. But even so, there is still a long and far way to go before getting admitted to university. Saya knows, only with all one's might can we succeed. To save time for learning, he asked his sisters to cut off his hair, wearing convenient sportswear. From now on, he completely bid farewell to his former self. Study hard all night every day. Feeling tired. I can't hold on anymore. Just hold the pillow to vent. Then continue to return to the table and start learning. But at this moment, the exam paper hit him hard in the face. Deviation value of 60 points. It's not enough to get admitted to Qingyin University. And on the other side, the younger brother, who had high hopes from his father, secretly escaped training without his father's knowledge. He understood that without his brother's complaints, Shea, who was already confused, became even more suspicious of himself. I checked it once. How can I arrange this quickly? Why is this so stuck? The subsequent exams were like what my younger brother said, continuously failing. never achieved a good result. Despair, pain, loneliness and discomfort. I really want to rest. These sentences fill his notebook. Finally, his confidence was completely shattered. Mom. He walked alone on the bustling street, looking back on the efforts made over the past year. Clearly, I have done my best. But there was never any return. He began to think seriously. Are you really stupid? Stupid to the point where hard work cannot make up for it. He braved the heavy rain and walked to his mother's workplace, looking at the mother who works hard for herself. Finally, I couldn't help but burst into tears. After returning home, Mom just comforted Saya. At this moment, the accident happened again. Father slapped his younger brother over. My younger brother doesn't really like baseball. My own abilities cannot bear my father's expectations, even if I knew it would make my father sad. He still resolutely withdrew from the baseball club. Mom can't stand a good family anymore. Become like this? He roared at his father. Thanks. That seems to have been born to a big dog. You want to go down again? What is it? But his father asked him to take care of the two sisters. What is this? Also see baby. Participating. Restaurant. These 2 days, Saya found his escaped brother. I found out that he actually became the little brother of a gangster. He wants to persuade his younger brother to turn around. Instead, he was scolded profusely. Aren't you just like me? Didn't you also give up tutoring? Do you live aimlessly every day? What qualifications do you have to say about me? After all, that's all we have. Perhaps not willing. Perhaps not convinced. This sentence instantly ignited Sayaban's numb heart. Oh, my goodness, what are you doing? My son is here. Saya, who doesn't want to be lost anymore, found his mother. I hope he takes himself to Kia University. He saw the magnificent building, seeing the students around me full of vitality, with a happy smile on his face. His inner hesitation disappeared. Determined to be admitted to this university, Long took out her phone, and wanted to take a photo of him as a memento. But Saya told him, we will shoot again when school starts next year, because I will definitely be admitted to this school. Saya returned to the tutoring class. Come back this time. His heart no longer wavers, or becomes resilient. Hard study has finally paid off. He quickly ran home on his bicycle, showed my younger brother my transcript. His initial 2% selection rate has increased to 50%. This transcript not only strengthens Saya's confidence, and it brings hope back to this family. My younger brother was deeply moved. No more depravity, and his father also looked at him differently, discovering that I have done too many wrong things over the years. On the day of the exam, it happened to be the day of college, just when Saya was at a loss. Father walked out. He braved the blizzard and replaced the anti-slip tires. Take your daughter to the exam room by bus. On board. My father, who's always been silent, said a lot to Saya. He sincerely apologized to Saya. I've neglected their sisters and mothers for years, although Saya did not forgive his father. But my heart began to slowly change towards him. Free. What are you doing? Furthermore, when a person goes all out, ignoring gossip and gossip, when focused on moving towards the goal, this huge energy can even infect people around us. Sisters used to think that Shea could not go to college, but looking at the dense notes in his textbook, also infected by his momentum, they told Saya they don't want to play with him anymore. They don't hate Saya, but was moved by Saya's words. Don't want to delay him. In a blink of an eye, it was the day when he volunteered for admission. Saya successfully admitted to Kia University, to achieve great success. Now he can finally relax, can play with sisters. They went crazy together just like before. No matter what we do, we're all full together. From only the 4th grade of elementary school education, frustrated through continuous efforts and attempts, want to give up, then stand up again. Final counterattack, admitted to one's ideal university. It may make many people's blood boil, and when I see this, I can't help but think, if Saya doesn't get into his ideal university, what will the result be? There may be a lot less cheering, but I was thinking, even without the final result, isn't Saya worth our affirmation? Didn't he also gain a better self? But before the outcome arrives, every moment of constant effort and dedication, only we know it ourselves. This kind of self deserves our pride. Struggle itself is enough to support the beating of a heart. You.